Okay, here I am over in the growing facility in the Pansy greenhouse, and I'm going to show you about watering flats. So these are flats, they're 6-packs, and these small cells obviously can't take much water, so we have to make sure we keep them well watered. They dry out really quickly with the wind and the sun and just the weather. So you have your hose, and you should have a wand and a water breaker. That's called a water breaker, which makes the water come out in a nice shower pattern, and a shutoff. And it shouldn't be leaking. If you've got leaking going on here and you're getting all wet, make sure that you check that there's a good washer inside of there, because there's a washer here and a washer here inside that help to keep it from leaking. There's also a washer here, so there's actually 3 washers in this setup. So you'll follow your hose back and see where it turns on. This is a valve where it turns on in this particular greenhouse. And these are called quarter turn valves, which means you turn it a quarter turn and it's fully on, okay? You turn it straight up and it's fully off. Now, you can turn it halfway on, especially at our stores like Norwich and Brooklyn, where you have a lot of water pressure, because sometimes it'll blow the these valves right off because there's so much water pressure. Canterbury has less pressure, so it's not quite as much of an issue as well as Preston. But keep an eye on that. Make sure that it's not coming out so hard that you're blowing the soil out and it's, you know, just too much pressure. So I'm going to leave it about halfway for now, just so we can see. When I turn this on, keep it away from the plants when you first turn it on, just to see how your pressure is and make sure that it's working okay and not going to be too strong. Now when I water, I like to do it in sort of a pattern. So I'm going to go back and forth, making sure I hit every 6-pack in the edges. About this speed is pretty good. Maybe making a little slower on the edges because they always dry out more. And then go around another time, especially on the edges, and then a little quicker in the middle. So it's 2 times around, and then you'll make sure that you get them all. And then you can do your next section. Systematically watering each 6-pack and go around it twice. And that way you're sure to get all the cells, and they'll all be nice and moist. So shut your water off at your breaker, but then follow it back and make sure you shut it off at the main, okay? After you shut it off there, release the pressure off of the hose so that it's not pushing water through, and then you can shut that off. And then you're ready to go on to your next area. Okay.